and I see no fear. Currency flowing, surfing the waves. Super alpha, omega leading the way. Enigma bot whispering all through the night. Making moves and everything's tight. Charts on my canvas, I paint it with trades. Candlesticks dance as the profits cascade. Bears and bulls, they come and they go.
Enigma long on the NQ6.
Capital grow, risk and reward, it's all in the game. Algo box guidance, no need for fame. Late nights grinding, I stay in the zone. Counting blessings as I claim the throne. On the track that we dream way up. Take second, we never give up. Algo box, I'm showing the way. Money flowing in from night to day. On the track that we dream way up. Now we trading way up. Now we trading way up. On the track that we dream way up.
Just 1, 2.
Now we trading way up. RSI rising back, fees on
Mic check, mic check.
Enigma bot whispers, I'm on the brink. Scalping quick, I'm catching the highs. Swinging it slow as the value flies. Algo bot flashing numbers align. Leverage high, but I stay in my prime. Candles don't lie, the story they tell. Building my wealth, I see orders swell. Flow master guiding every move I make. I'm riding these waves, watching prices break. Super moon.
Welcome aboard, everyone.
What exactly is Algo, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Michael Oathrew.
Are you ready indeed? Good morning. Wow, is it Wednesday already? Middle of the week. Let's get going. Let's see. Is it this one? Yes. All right. Let's check the news. It's going to be a big news day. We've got the majors. Got CPI this morning at 8:30. So yeah, I'm sure that was pretty wild. I didn't get to see any of that. How was the CPI this morning? Did it go absolutely crazy? Real-time protection off. Thank you for that reminder. I'm going to check that right now. Get our live chat on screen, and let's do that right now. Thank you very much. Real-time protection. All right, turned off. So I'm ready to game.
Finger NQ on the
So turning off real-time protection, if you are new with us, it's not a virus thing. It is literally that if you are a gamer or have ever been a gamer, you know that you want to turn real-time protection off while you are playing your first-person shooter games, or really any other games that you want to have the highest frame rate possible. So turn your real-time protection off, turn down some of the other stuff as well, just like you would do if you were playing video games. Now, if you're not a gamer, it's okay. We've got a full performance guide for you. If you go into our Discord room, type !performance, it will pop out 2 videos. Just walk through the steps on your PC. Windows 10 and 11 are particularly hyper secure, which is good. It's a good thing. But if you are trying to use your PC for business operations, you need to take over your own security and make sure that you just don't click on phishing stuff. Don't go to weird places online. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be cool, be your own security. And security and efficiency are on the opposite sides of the scale. So you need to turn security down a little bit to have your efficiency as high as possible. All right. Real-time protection is off. Good morning, GMAT. Good morning, Pablo. Good morning, Plutonium. I see you, Dak. How you doing, sir? Good morning, Eddie. Good morning, Rick.
NQ on the 4.
Thank you again, Kazi. Real-time protection. Good morning, Noob. Good morning, Martone. Captain Rex. Good morning, Pete. Ninja Scalp in the house. Good morning, Alpha. DMT Doom. Good morning. Good morning. Missile. Good morning, everybody. Brandon. Good morning. Great to see you. Let's see here. So I just missed that Enigma. What time did that one come in there? 9:04. That's what I get for being a couple of minutes late. Man, I was so close to being here right on 9, right on the 9, and I missed it. So I could have come in here, Vinny. I'm gonna walk this through for myself again, and then easy Enigma. This one right here. I mean, it just handed them to me there. Okay, so let's look here. Defense, it's not quite 1,000. Oh yeah, it is. We add a little add in there. Okay, so the most recent, I'm on the lowest time frame, so I have to assume this is the best. That's literally started at the bottom. Exchange of hands, and big guy steps in here through the whole leg. This I'll mark this as a defense leg from the north. Defending from the north, we step in.
Double delta EM on the 6.
Big dog has been identified. Looking over to the right, higher time frames. Let's see, is that 1,000 there? 500s and
NQ on the 43.
and a wipe. So nope. That was wild. So there's the 8:30 news. Wild child back and forth. Low pre 8:30. Okay, the 3 a.m. open. You got two big guys inside here. Okay, so we've got a big time frame defense leg down here. If we go down here, during the day, I'm just gonna actually mark that whole section. Okay. All right, defense legs from the 3 a.m. open, and we've got our current one right there, ready to rock and roll. It is 9:12, so about 18 minutes to the U.S. Open. Oh, let me turn that music down a bit. I think it's rocking out just a little bit too high. Sorry about that. Make sure you subscribe to the new channel. This is our new YouTube channel, doing the small account experiment here.
Double delta NQ on the 9. Enigma long on the NQ4.
Okay, we are inside the fiddle zone here, so not going to be taking that one there. Currently sell side for directional bias and deep inside the fiddle zone for right now. I do hear audio box kicking to the south side. Do I have the arrow with me? No. So Oh, and now I do though. So we could target the back of the Enigma on that one, but I'm not quite not quite warmed up here yet. I need to get the lay of the land here real quick and see how the market is moving on speed. How many of you guys know the Enigma audio box strategy? If you know Enigma plus audio box, type a 1 or 2 if you are new. And if you are new, you'll learn that in boot camp. If you do grab that boot camp offer, which should be available anytime now on the website, but currently is in a free playlist there. If you look at the current channel, there should be a playlist there at the top for 8-day boot camp, which you can play as fast as you want because it was recorded. So you don't have to take 8 days. You could watch the whole thing over the weekend if you like. So if you have an Enigma show up, especially inside of the fiddle zone like this, listen into audio box. If audio box is kicking, go in the direction of the audio box. It's that simple. It's like a override principle. I say override, assuming that they're in opposition to one another. So if you get a green Enigma, but you hear, like a moment ago, that was booms on the audio box. So booms on the tape. An Enigma event has occurred. We're ready for a play. And you're hearing beats. Go in the direction of the beats, targeting the stop. So what's the stop on an Enigma? The back of the Enigma, right? If you don't know that, it's okay. Go walk through the boot camp. It'll give you some details around all that. Super high time frames. Go ahead and take a look real quick at the 89 if there's anything notable. What I notice in the big time frames, 89 range, green dot into the golden ropes, pop up back into the golden ropes, the golden ropes of safety. So generally speaking, we're in the golden ropes. I'm going to be looking to sell highs and buy lows.
NQ on the 4.
That always sounds easy, but oftentimes it is not. So we'll be looking for bull traps and bear traps initially. You can also kind of see the range bound direction for the moment. If I measure this, it's a 131 tick range from top to bottom. So can we get 10, 15, 20 bags in between? Yeah. Yes, we can. So plays in between, all that fun stuff. We've still got about 12 minutes to the US Open. Let's turn on Financial Juice, and that's going to be our audio news source. If you have never heard of Financial Juice, and you probably haven't been around the markets for too long, but Financial Juice is what pretty much every trader uses for audio news. Good morning, Andrew. Is it too early to say 20K? No way. Good morning, Meyer. Good morning, Brandon. You got your push-ups in? You're ready? I need to do some push-ups. And this market's really slow. Let's push this thing and get it going. I really do. I need a little bit of a little stretch here, so give me a minute. It's a rainy day here in Dallas. Sometimes it's tough to get up on those rainy days, you know what I'm saying? I kind of wanted to sleep in. Just being honest. Hit that like and turn your real-time protection off. That's a great piece of advice there. Mr. Rodney is telling you guys, don't forget. Arizona 2. I just watched your first video yesterday. Awesome, Arizona. Welcome aboard. Which video did you watch? What did you catch? Oh, a live stream or some teaching training? Rainy season just finished in Colorado. Nice. Colorado is so beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Rainy days really are the best to sleep in, you know what I mean? I like a good rain at nighttime too. Like, oh, it's like right before you go to bed and there's rain. Oh, it's great. Yeah. Or a new Windows 11 update. Oh no, not another Windows. What's in the update? Is there anything important in the Windows 11 update? For those who are new, Eddie's got a link there for you for that Enigma Plus audio box. A few minutes before US Open, take a peek over there at the bottom left if you're new with us. SOPs and goals. 5 or 6 trades. That's my mental thought process. Again, I'd override that right now because we're doing live streams. I've committed to be with you guys for the entire sessions. But in general, if I'm taking trades, here's what I do. I go, this is all a video game. So 5 trades. It's like 5 lives with Mario Brothers. Got to do the best I can with 5 trades. I got 5 shots. And I really want to finish with 2. I really just need, I'd love it, you know, if I get number 1, number 2. That's what we call winner, winner, chicken dinner. Now, it doesn't have to be the first 2. It could be green, red. Oh no, another red in between. Oh no, I lost it. And then boom, I hit this one right here. Between those 2, I should have enough for chicken dinner. Now, doesn't mean you are. Depends on if you sized appropriately to have hit that, but that is the goal. You need to work on how to do that for yourself. Now, ideally, you want both of these 2 green. If I start off right off the bat, like yesterday, boom, first 2 trades, I can be done. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, enough to put chicken dinner on the table, and then I can look to a bonus. So, now I'm not saying you have to, you don't have to do it this way. You guys are learning the way that I approach the markets, or if I were starting out brand new to the markets, how I would do it. 5 trades, winner, winner, chicken dinner, and then be done and come back. Now, at the same time, you should be done with your live account, but you need to practice sim as often as humanly possible. If you really want to get that Neo from the Matrix type of feel for the markets, because there is a feel, there is definitely advantage to someone who has been around the markets for a long time, has understands and feels out the fear and greed going on in the markets, being able to anticipate traps. Like yesterday, how I was able to trade against some retail trade rooms. Biggest play of the day came after literally seeing, you know, multiple people making the wrong calls. And the thing is they don't know they're wrong. They think they're right. And if you in the retail space, the market is designed to catch people off sides, to make them believe they're correct for a moment, and then take it away. All right. Anyway, we went into that in depth yesterday. Check out yesterday's video if you missed it. You were really missing out. Mentorship Monday on Monday was a great one to go back and watch. Let me zoom in here. So that's your 5 or 6 trades. The 3-step entry rules, you just gonna have to learn those through the boot camp. We talk about them, super simple. You hear me talk about it today. I'll look over here at the direction filter and then my arrow when those two line up. If the trade that sets up right in here is inside the golden ropes, I want those two to be correlated. I want 2 greens or 2 reds, and I will play in that direction if we're inside of the fiddle zone only, or I just wait until I'm outside the fiddle zone. And I feel like there was one other thing I was going to tell you here as we get started, but we are 4 minutes from the US Open, so that's going to get wild. Oh, I do have full auto turned on up top across 6 instruments. The Enigma V3 bot is turned on across the Nerd, the 4, Nasdaq, ES, RTY, and the Dow. So these will be trading in one account. +2 with, wow, 2 is terrible. Crude oil and gold over here. So the Nerd +2 are all running on full auto on the top side of my screen. And then you and I will mostly be working down here. Y'all see this window mostly where I'll be taking trades right here. This is literally my entire, all of my work done right here in these sets of buttons, half and double, and some of these. So let's get down there and get to business. The market's about to open up here any moment, and I'll be using our filtering that you learn in boot camp and all of that stuff. We've got 2 minutes 30 seconds to the open. That retail run yesterday was insane. Yeah, that was beautiful. You don't always get that, awesome opportunity for, finding an influencer like with an actual trade open against what we've already identified in Audio Box. I'm sorry, with Algo Box. So again, I don't just trade directly against, retail thinking. However, it's 2 steps. I need 2 retailers in agreement.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Having put their money down on it because they have to truly believe it. And they've been convinced that the market is going to do X, whatever that is. Well, now that I have seen 2 of them, remember, it's not just because there are 2. It's that if 2 that are bold enough and, brazen enough to say it out loud publicly online at the same time, and we get to happen to catch on to that, they're in agreement. And the final step, the 3rd step is, and AlgoBox has a great play set up against them, then I'm going to triple down against the retail. Because if those 2 have been that brazen, that means that there's a lot of other people thinking it too. They just said the quiet part out loud. Does that make sense? If you get a type of 1, let's get those keys warmed up. Pound that 1 key. Spam the 1s for funds. And here we go. We've got 45 seconds till the US Open. I'm going to turn on full auto here for the first 5 minutes. That way I can just chill a little bit. I'm going to set 4 bigs. I am on the 4s, L1 confluence, and full auto's turned on. I'm going to go quantity 2, so it will smack the ATM twice. And I've got the ATM set, so you'll see stops and targets pop out if I've got right now, I have Enigma and Super AOs turned on. Now, of course, the beautiful thing about the way that I run full auto here, I can always override them. Turn them on with the buttons, turn them off with the buttons, and overrides right over here. Keeping it simple. Here we go, 10 seconds. I already see jagged on the tape. It's going to get crazy. Jagged on the tape. Jagged warning. It's going to be a big one.
That's over 100 sell side, 2.8 million.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 43.
A max 7 sell side, 8.7 million.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 43.
So while the market's going hot like this and I've got full auto on, I've got my thumb over the close on the left-hand side on my hotkey. My right hand's just kind of resting on my mouse right now. I don't have a specific decision made yet. Jagged on the tape, though. Here, I'm going to type it in right now. Jagged.
Touch NQ on the 89.
Jagged warning. All right, it's coming. It's a triple tooth.
DCDMYM on the 4.
On the side of the hill from before, and there's a triple tooth at the 0 point.
Tesla shares up 2.3%.
Double delta EM on the 4. Speed of NQ 54.
Okay, there's cross number 1.
Higher, adding to 3 days.
My favorite is to grab cross number 2.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Got one finger over the buy now.
Fib.NQ
It's
on the 9.
AO1. Looking for AO2 at the bottom of this green zone. Let's see if we get one. There it is.
Target filled.
Double delta.
Oh, we're breaking through. I'm closing it.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, I'm going to draw a white line right here for a 2-try rule.
Touch NQ on the 43.
Comes back through it.
Touch NQ on the 43.
Whoa.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
What was that?
Divergence up NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on the 4.
Oh, must have been a super AO read.
NQ on the 4 on the 6. Speed of NQ 73. Lower bands touch NQ on the 43.
Oh,
Double
Target
delta NQ
filled.
on the 6.
I'm going to get my super AO there. There we go. And as we come back through this, I want to press F8. Whoa, my PC is getting jacked up. It's going too fast. Oh, it's Weiland. All right, hopefully this unfreezes for me here in a moment. I knew I should have rebooted my machine this morning. I left it on overnight. Oops. Oh, your laziness. You're going to pay for the laziness there, Vinny. Oh, come on. On the 14.9. No, I went to the other 285K though. Application's not responding. Oh, boo. I should have rebooted this morning. Should I reboot right now? No, it might have just been the poor luck of the draw here this morning. All right. Oh, I was hoping not to do that. See if this thing is working. Okay, good. Is my foot pedal working? Yes. Okay, foot pedal's working. Nice.
US dollar turns low against the yen, trimming losses against the euro. Dollar last up at about 144.96 yen, while the euro pairs gains to about 1.1458.
It's on the bot account. Will that that would make sense. I was like, why is that taking that trade right there? Because it was a L2 up top. Okay, so squaring up some things. I was interfering with the bots. The bots are up $135, and I was on the bot account. Okay, there we go. That is... I think we're fixed now. Okay. 9:35. Perfect. I don't want to say perfect timing. There's never perfect timing for that. But I did lose my green drawing, so let me go back and grab that. That was from here this morning.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
The most recent defense leg here.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
And then we had one
Fib.NQ on
pretty
the 4.
far down here from 3 a.m. this morning, right?
Lower bands touch NQ on the 43.
Oh, I missed the double green reversal. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. Let's see me grab my 3 a.m. move there. Going page up, page up. Okay, 3 a.m. It's this area here. Or greens. I'm curious if on that down move we came into it.
NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Oh, so close. There's the defense leg from the overnight. Now, if I missed that, I don't know. Did I miss it by a tick? So it looks like we came down to the 3 a.m. defense leg and launched it. All we needed, it doesn't even matter if you got the defense legs or not. That's a long play right there. For me, I'm going to take that every single time. Okay, now I need to arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on, turn my bots back on here up top. Arm long, arm short, full auto, Enigma on. Okay, so bots are back on. I'm on the right account. That's an Enigma long. I'm going to FOMO enter that long up into, again, I think we are probably heading back up into that spot there. Now, whether we go right now or later,
Enigma long
I don't know. But I'm going to kind of run without me. Get a little size on it.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
Just keeping an eye on the markets here. The S&P 500 pairing gains from
Nope.
the open.
I'm gonna take the loss on that. Okay, I gotta get my bearings here going. That has thrown me off here this morning. Yeah, she's running, but
Fib.NQ.
we didn't fully, we didn't really go into that zone. I mean, they can just defend it and not let anybody come close to it, but it would have been better if we'd kind of hopped into it. So I was worried that we might take one more dip into this area. But I was a little overly cautious there, and that ends up going all the way up.
NQ on the 43.
All right, let's get my head out of my tail here this morning. Oy vey. So many good opportunities already missed. That's all right. Okay.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
Crappy game here so far this morning. Somebody ban Woo the clicking. I'm not going to talk to anybody with retarded names in my room. It's a new thing in my mind. If you have a retarded name, don't come in my room. You have a foot pedal now.
Double delta.
Is that literally your name? What is this? Is your name literally you have a foot pedal now?
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
What is that? And then what is this name? Woo the clicking? What are y'all doing? Get out of here. Is that double greens? All right. On a quarter position.
J hook short NQ on the 4.
On that, it'd be beautiful if I get that second chance at it. We'll see. I don't know. It's a big pink dot up top. We got some jaggedness coming in on the top of the hill here. We could get back down into that defense leg area, so not getting too big on this play as of right now.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
The double AO reversal. And our original bias to get back up into our defense leg areas. They're battling that prior high. I don't know if they just they're wanting to fight it out right there.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
I did get a 40 bag there. Am I about to get paid or not paid for being greedy? We did go 40 ticks and I didn't grab it.
Fib.NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on the 4.
We red dotted off of the 9s.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Back to it.
Fib.NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on the 4.
All right, I'm gonna kill it. Me and my terrible playing here this morning.
Double delta NQ.
So should have taken it off at the 40 bag. Getting greedy with it.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Double dipped. I'll get a good one. And if that was a legit question, yes, of course, I'm still using hotkeys. I still have hotkeys on the left. What do you mean still? These people like these trolls like pretending they're like, oh, I've never been here before. Shut up.
Fib.NQ on the.
I can smell you miles away.
Fib.NQ on the 4. on the 4.
Okay, we got a lot to get ready. Big play coming, folks. Big play coming. This looks like jail. Big plays coming. Now, I would still love to see a very strong move down into this green space from the 3 a.m. Let them come defend this. And a double AO in here, and then a kind of the quick moves down, bear trap into this zone. Kind of like catching them off sides. Nobody, I don't want to say nobody, but I'm just going to use the word nobody. Nobody knows this is down here. So we tap into this area, make it look like it's bare, it's bare, it's bare, and everybody's getting short on it, and then they just woink, kind of trap them in, and then slowly grind them up until their stops start to get run, and then make their play in their way all the way up into that green space from their defense leg from the morning. Remember that defense leg, the biggest defense leg has been up here. Now, unless I missed one when I crashed, which I should check. Looking for 1,000.
Double delta EM on the 6.
These are all 200. So the only 1,000 is this bad boy up in here. Yeah, and nobody sees that either. So they're collecting more contracts and they'll want to shoot that up and target on that. TP is going to be up there around R2 for those bulls sitting in there.
Two-finger NQ on the 89.
All right, blue dots call bottoms all the time. You'll hear me say that a lot. I've got to be careful with that one. Currently neutral and red, so I'm not jumping on that one right now.
Fib.NQ on the
double
4.
dot. Are we coming into that green zone? Okay, high time frame coming to be potentially in play here. I'm going to right click always on top here. Inside this area, I want to look for the bear traps. I do need to acknowledge this guy here. He came in, didn't he?
Fib.NQ
first set the targets
touch NQ on
inside there. Okay, there's cross one. I'm going to toe in the water here. I'm just FOMOing. So I'll take a little bit quarter position on the first one. The second one is... The second and third are the best.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on
there he is.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Okay, I'll go full position on the second one.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 80 on the NQ on the 6.
Yoicks. I need to color this one.
Touch NQ on the 43.
Color this one red.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on the 94. Lower bands touch NQ on the 43. Lower bands
Okay,
touch
looking
NQ
for
on the 43.
number 3.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89. Divergence up NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 9.
Yeah, see a 7.9 came in on the optimized range.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Right here.
The Nasdaq 100 erases opening gains, falling to session lows now.
Speed of NQ 51.
Okay, and they just printed a, that is a big red bear leg. Hold on. Mark that on the 43. Well, that could change a lot of things. Okay, hold on a sec. The bears just stepped. That's literally 1,000. It's 1,500 there to the 7.9.
NQ on the 4.
No, I'm going to half up here. This is gnarly. So that is, they sold all through that leg. There's a 1,500 there. We have to acknowledge that. Need to draw this in here for the red. So bulls get allowed one chance to exit. Remember we talked about this yesterday? So we know where they're at. The good news is he's way up above.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
But we do need to find out where he's at. So, is this the green from this morning? Yes. So way up there. He's got to be allowed one chance to get out.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Okay, double cross, double move, adding to position. Gonna get a measure on it. Sorry folks, this is moving fast. Can't walk through all of it. Mondays, I will try really hard to do it. On a day like today, I can't. I got to get a measure. F8 into double cross, double move, 21,970s for the target.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
Snap, crackle, pops all the way through.
Double delta
In
EM
10
on the
minutes
4.
time now, at the top of the hour, US Treasury Secretary Bessent is due to
Enigma
be
short on the
testifying.
NQ6.
Enigma needs to be respected. I'm going to close out right there, back to break even, because took too much heat this morning. Absolutely crappy. I do want to re-engage. 3/4 position scenario. Target is the gold line up above.
Available as he testifies. We've put that out on the feed for those interested.
There's 30 ticks. I'm going to try not to be greedy. My 40 and 50 will be good right there at that target. For the double cross, double move. Ticks, targets filled. Thank you very much. 2400. Could have been a way better morning. Still have the... This guy's got to be able to be let out. So we could have more, but the play was double cross, double move, measured from the bottom to the double cross. Get the projection target. Targets filled. Remember that 7.9 that I said from before? He's there, but it has been identified. Okay, there's a big guy there. We'll be back there, but for right now, they've got to let the big guy out. Big guy is up there in the green. We identified it this morning, so I'll be looking for another play in that direction. Right now, first play was a double cross, double move. It's all we had. If we get an Enigma to the long side, great. We have a Piercer, could get up in there. Remember, they're probably only going to touch the bottom of that leg. First thing, as soon as we touch that, I'm going to reject it. I'm literally going to be looking for a short as soon as we touch that.
Double delta NQ on the 4. Double delta NQ on the 6.
Here's king timing.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Red dot. I'm going to FOMO short on that. That is a super red dot. And again, we get up here, first touch. We also have a shark back play just landed on the 9s. See the shark back on the 9s? If you see the shark back on the 9s, type a 1 if you got a free hand.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, breaking the dot, that's fine. And I know I'm FOMO'd on it. And as soon as we touch, I'll smack it down again and look to maximize the play. Dot, red dot reiterated.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, reiterated again. That's why I FOMO'd, because I mean we could come down from here. They might miss it by a few ticks, and I might have measured wrong. Who knows? There's a switch dot long. So, but as soon as we tap into that, I'll be looking for the short off of after the bulls are done. They'll let the bears take back over.
Double delta and
you're gonna give me my 40 bag already? All right, targets filled, 5K on the day. Come on now, come on. It's almost like we know. I mean, it's almost like I'll be the big dog. It's fine. You want me to be the big dog? All right, I'll be the big dog. Fine, whatever. You want to hit my shark back play in there? Sure, no problem. I called the shark back. No problem. Sure, no problem. Sure, no problem. Now, if I had the stones to do it this morning, we haven't even hit target 1 yet. Target 1 is still down here. That is a very wide shark back play. Look at this. That is actually 65 ticks. I grabbed it for 50, but hey, 65 ticks to the front side of that shark. That is why I FOMO'd. You are welcome.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Alrighty then. I don't want to over celebrate that because if we tap into that,
NQ on the 89.
I'm still looking to hit it. Bull coming back in.
NQ on the 9.
But now we've got some giant bears down below, so we know the same thing, right? They've got to be allowed to be let out, right? The 9-8, they're gonna make. All right, I'm gonna FOMO it. All right. Again, this could drop down right here. This may be it. That may be all they got. Quarter position. I still think, and the best is to see 2 reds here. That's the first one. The second and the third are the best. I get 2 reds in here, I'm all in. Quarter position in case she just decides to shake down, run down.
Finger NQ on the 43.
And this all 23. $25, $32. Are you gonna give me another 40 bag? My goodness. Okay, 6K on the day from just a quarter position. My goodness. Hey, handing me a 40 bag. I gotta take it. All right. So the absolute best ideal scenario here for me, I'm looking for 2 reds in this little green zone. If I drew this green zone properly, I came back and I had to draw this quickly. I hope I drew this properly. Hopefully you guys drew it perfectly there this morning. I'm not sure of mine when I had to redraw it after my hang up there, if I drew it in the right spot, but I think I did. Dream panel's glorious. Oh, I love to hear it. My bots are actually currently, they've got unrealized P&L minus 450 right now. So they're currently not contributing. One GC trade is the heavy on it. GC is down 700 on that. Two trades in positive looks like, and gold in the negative.
CFO says they expect Q2 to have the highest tariff impact. That's them speaking at the Deutsche Bank conference.
Enigma long on the NQ4.
Listen for audio box. Nope. Hearing sellers.
We're expected to hear from.
Not ready to grab a short yet.
Testifying at Congress.
This is all audio box. The Enigma event has occurred, so I'm just looking to play audio box. Currently was a sell side. Left hand buy, right hand sell.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Listen, with
Okay, should be pressing buy here. I'm looking for
says inflation
buy. Audio box is with it.
Rebalancing with China's
Half position.
If it upholds.
Hopefully this will be the run into that zone up top.
Bessie says China needs to be a reliable partner in trade negotiations, and U.S. That's him commenting at the U.S. House Ways and Means Committee testimony.
Here in the popcorn. This is an Enigma plus audio box play.
End of initial Geneva trade agreement.
Oh, that could be late, Nate. That might be the end of the road for the moment.
Trump's administration has cut IRS expenses and planned spending.
Get out of here, late, Nate.
By $2 billion. And adds that
Get out of here, late, Nate.
budget receipts were up 14.7% over a year ago period, after April receipts increased 9.5%.
I'm gonna close it. All right, I'm gonna hold my 7K. Again, my whole big picture play there. I don't know. Late Nate is it's basically retail stepping in long. No, I'm not interested. Yeah, they're right on occasion, but you know, I already know what they don't know. Retail has no idea that there's this big dog sitting in here that needs to get out. We know. Okay, so they might hand retail a few ticks here, like say a few. That's pretty big. That's 66 ticks.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
All right, I'm gonna FOMO. That is a super dot shorts. That is a shark tail on top of that. So I'm gonna FOMO it. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I've drawn this perfectly. Like they can just, they can take a little bit out here. All I know is the first touch, 50 ticks. I'll take it. 9,458 for the play. Listening for audio box now on a green 9. Remember, I want to see 2 reds in here to really get to let the big guys out. They've got to, I don't say they got to. Okay? I mean, I know it sounds like, they have to. Vinny said they have to. I mean, they don't have to. They don't have to do anything. I just know. Late Nate came in there and messed it up for everybody. If he wasn't there, I let it run all the way in. See, they got to tell Late Nate to get out. Now, when Late Nate's friend shows up,
Fib.NQ on the 4.
when they put a cross down here, Late Nate's friend shows up. Okay, now they can run it back up.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Like that. Listen for audio box. This could be the push, but we haven't seen a cross yet. I want to see a white cross that almost guarantees that retail pressed the button there. Now, he does have a friend down here, so they already might be. All right. They run it right back down to his line right here. You touch that white line, rock it up, probably touch, and then there will probably be a violent move out of this area.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Here in the buyers. Is this the one? Look, they came down and touched it. So if you draw a white line right here, right where Retail Rick stepped in there, they gave him one shot to exit his position. We could probably run up there, and it's for where he's at. That's 100 ticks. He'll stop out. Yeah, 118. So he's on it. This guy is on a death wish. He got short. They're gonna wreck him. This guy they got enough out here on doubts. Now they'll run it up into that green space where the big guys can step out. There's his buddy.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Headshot. Hearing popcorn all over it though. Big guys want to push it in their area. They want out. It's 10:05. Coffee time coming up in 5 minutes. Oh, all the late Nate buddies are showing up. The ideal is to see it up here. If I drew it perfectly.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Oh, I'm trying not to FOMO again. I think I've gotten pretty blessed with those last few. That's red number 1. Where do I want red number 2 and 3? In here, right? And I'm just a toe away from 10K, so I'm just trying to lock in that last 500 bucks. Oh, I could have got it too. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I should have gone ahead and hit it. Because again, like, it is horseshoes and hand grenades. It's pretty darn close.
Enigma long on the NQ. Double delta NQ.
Okay, listening for audio box. Left hand buy, right hand sell. Currently moderate buy, and we've got red local. First tooth showed up on the 9s.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on the 4.
So Enigma audio box play there, pushed it to the back. Target on the back of that Enigma.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Power headshot. Could have got me my 10K, but I just know that's right there. These guys got to I'm pretty sure they're going to come and touch that line. It's going to be gnarly. Listening for audio box. Okay. That could be the one. Let's see. It's basically Enigma play. My stop has to be below the Enigma here. It's a little deep. I don't like that it's deep because I'll be away from my 9K if it doesn't work. But that looks like a nasty trap. Perfect. Audio box. Push through that high. Push through that high. Do it.
Double delta NQ on the 6. Fib.NQ on the 89.
There's 40 ticks. 54. Get up in there. Get up in there. Trap the bears down there. Now go get your money. There'll be a bunch of stops back there that they can empty their pockets.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
All right, you're going to make me take it on greed. All right, 12K. I saw 12K flash at me. Whatever. I tried to be cool. I'm just not that cool.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, listening for audio box one more time. Into the green. I want to see 2 reds in here.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
He's almost there. Oh my goodness. I'm FOMOing that. Should really only go a quarter position there. Pretty sure that'll push back up in there first. Oh, late Nate showing up. Oh, buddy. Oh, it's just going to be... I think it's going to be Murda. And it might... I mean, if I'm wrong, it's going to be me. But I don't think so. I think they're getting... I think they're getting coaxed in real hard. Once it touches it, it's going to be Murda. They get one shot to get out.
Upper bands touch NQ.
It touched.
43.
There's the touch. Oh, it went 30 ticks. All right, so I missized. I'm already missized. I hope I don't totally flub it up in here. Waiting for the red cross.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. NQ on the 4.
Deuce. Deuce. POE. There's Good morning, Mr. Canfeld. Great to see you, sir. There's late Nate. Top of the crown.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Upper bands touch
Fitch
double
ratings
L on the
changes
NQ on the
global
6.
oil and gas sector outlook to deteriorating.
Good morning, jumping. Get a new YouTube name.
Touch NQ on the 4 double delta EM on the 4.
Also, Fitch Ratings now assumes global oil demand will grow by 800,000 barrels per day this year.
Double delta NQ on the 6.
Just trying to maximize the position now.
To meet with House Republicans Wednesday. What today?
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
Okay, boo.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Deuce. Never saw the second set of red crosses in here. I want to see the red cross. Huge headshot on the 43. Oh, nice. Yes, I see it. I see it. Headshot on the 43. Well, I'll take a 40 bag out of it. I'm happy to grab a 40 bag, one of my favorite big bag numbers.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
Deuce. But we did not get to
Just a
see.
reminder
We
that
did not
it's time
see
for
the
the
ideal.
EA
We had
group
not
of
seen
inventories.
a
Forecast is for
red cross the bottom
6 million.
there,
Prior was a draw of 4 spots.
which would have been
Upper
the
bands touch
ideal and the
NQ on
easier play.
43.
So with a high estimate, looking so with a at higher lows, with high range or looking for a build of 2 million, and then a low range with a draw of 4.025 million. Gasoline inventories forecasted for a build of 0.753 million. Prior was a build of 5.219 million. Distillate inventories look for a build of 0.7 million. Prior was a build of 4.230 million. And crude Cushing inventories prior was a build of 0.576 million. So just a reminder, last night with the API,
Double delta
crude,
EM on the
API
6.
data, crude stock oil stock change came in at a draw of 0.37 million compared to the expected build of 0.7 million. Cushing stock change came in at a draw of 0.728 million compared to the prior build of 0.952 million. Gasoline stock change came in at a build of 2.969 million compared to the prior build of 4.73 million.
NQ on the 6.
And distillate stock change came in at a build of 3.712 million compared to the prior build of 0.761 million.
Enigma short on the YM6. Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
Well, they've been letting them have plenty of time to get out.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
There she is. Now, where's your brother? Give me 2 of those.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Fib.NQ on the 9.
Okay, big pink power dot on the 9s into divergent bull touch. I think this is just one giant bear trap. Here, I'm going to go lucky 24s. Love to see a second red cross in here.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
US Treasury Secretary Bessent are now speaking now, saying agreement with China and London will help stabilize US-China relationship. As a reminder, the video of Bessent is on the feed. Of course, it's kind of now down further below, but on the left-hand side on the economic calendar, click on his name, you can open up the video from there. Also,
They're going to let me get to a 32-bit operating system here.
Data. Crude oil inventories forecast of a draw of 2.6 million. Prior was a draw of 4.304 million.
So that pink has turned red.
Forecast is for a build of 0.753 million. Prior was a build of 5.219 million. Distilled inventories forecast is for a build.
We're going to be using this one for the targeting.
Build of 4.23 million. Crude Cushing inventories. Prior was a build of 0.576
Upper
million.
bands touch NQ on the
80, it's like 83. Deuce, 32-bit operating system if we get filled. Four minutes to 10:30. Is it jagged? Yeah. It's not really teeth. Those are kind of humps. They're not really, well, I can't really tell because there's a overlay on the top of this one because of the smoothness. I mean, if it gets to the top of this, well, then man, that bull got full opportunity to exit. Breaking through that red dot, sliced it. Top of the channel. I don't know why I'm calling it a channel because it's not really a channel. You know what I'm saying.
Double delta NQ on the
Top of the flagpole. Top of the flag.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Now remember this bear here.
Bessent says that I
see
see
on the
non-inflationary
43.
growth from tax cuts.
That's way down there. That is way down there for him to be able to get out.
1
I mean,
minute ago now, I'll lead with the EIA crude oil inventories.
That's yudge. Yudge. And he's got a buddy in there all the way down here, and he started here.
Ten seconds. draw of 3.644 million, a draw of 3.644 million compared to the expected draw of 2.6 million. Gasoline inventories a build of 1.504 million compared to the expected build of 0.753 million. Distillate inventories a build 1.246 million compared to the expected build of 0.7 million. Crude Cushing inventories a draw of 0.403 million. We have also posted out the EIA crude oil inventories weekly report on the feed for you to read through.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Besson says US tax and spending bill will prevent corporate tax revenues from being drained to foreign treasuries.
Double Delta NQ on the 43. Double Delta NQ on the 6.
Okay, 12.
Besson says a Trump tax bill will bar US profits taxed elsewhere. So again, Trump tax bill will bar US profits taxed elsewhere. So he repeats his criticism of global corporate tax framework. Mexico's President Sheinbaum just repeating what she said before, that she expects to talk to Trump in G7. Besson says China should not be allowed to export its way back to prosperity.
You want to tell us more about what that good news was? B dot space E. If B dot space E doesn't respond, please ban this nonsense name account.
Double Delta bans touch NQ on the 89.
There's late Nate, and yeah, I see R1. I think everybody sees R1, so that's why I don't think it's going to get there.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
There's the headshot. Oh, finally, the red shows up. Well, I'm already full. So you're gonna make me load up on the bot. All right. So full auto turn off on NQ. All right. Mega late Nate. FTW.
Bank of America CEO says there is a lot more uncertainty in small business market than there is in the core consumer.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Double Delta NQ on the 6. Double Delta NQ on the 43.
US says that building telecom towers in Panama to replace Huawei. Bank of America CEO Moynihan says businesses just want the tariff situation figured out.
CPI number was good, and that is why Federal Reserve need to lower the interest rate 1 point. Roger that. Thank you, sir.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Moynihan adds that businesses are being careful outside of AI investment.
Looks like exchanging hands.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
You know I'm just one trade away. If you wanted to be Algo box and clay, miles apart, alpha omegas are connecting, and I hurt you even when you're not connecting. You know I've got it today. Do signal let it sway, and I'm telling me everything you're thinking. I imagine me.
You gonna play some Fortnite? You wanna push the buttons? You already have some breakfast? You have for breakfast. Eggs and sausage? You lucky ducky, you. I'll play with you. We can play after lunch. Let's ask mommy. Go ask mommy if you can. I think you need to be doing some tablet time for right now. Okay. Okay.
According to EIA, US did not receive any crude oil imports from Saudi Arabia in the latest week for the first time since January 2021.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 9.
This is going to get gnarly. All right, we need 20 more likes. If we get to 100 likes, I'll stay the whole session. We got 20 more likes. There's 120 people here. If we can't get 20 likes, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll set a timer for 5 minutes. If we get to 100 likes in 5 minutes, we'll be hanging the whole day. If not, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Be back at 9 a.m. Here's R1 with the red dot. And there's some giant bulls that got to be let out. Right there and right there. That is going to be gnarly. That is now 200. It's a beautiful 200 ticker. I see 93 likes. We need 7 more. Oh, we got 100 likes. All right. We're in it to win it. You guys are awesome. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you enable notifications. I looked at the back-end stats, and it says that, I think it said 50% of those who do have the bell notifications turned on don't have all notifications turned on and YouTube notifications turned on. So it's going to be harder for you to know when we're going live, when we're doing our trainings and all that kind of stuff if you don't have those on. So
for fiscal 2020,
just a reminder.
Besson says we're suffering from the budget blowout under Biden.
Besant. Wait, is that a European saying that about? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who's Besant?
FIB.NQ on the 43.
Is that US? Cave at 22022. Thank you. Let me pop a little line there. Bear Cave.
FIB.NQ on the 4.
I should have brought the coffee jar. Don James, dude, Don James makes the greatest graphics. Look at this craziness. Love it. I thought I had a command for that. Apparently not. Dude, this is going to be a gnarly bull trap. That is going to be gnarly. Oh, it is U.S. Treasury for best. Okay. So him talking about that was appropriate. Makes sense. I won't say appropriate. You know, and people can say whatever they want, but you know what I mean. Does it make sense that suffering under Biden? No. I'm gonna have time to go get a coffee after all. My goodness. Oh, thank you, Jesse.
Besant says capital investments will increase once tax and spending bill is enacted.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, you will experience. What? Experience buffering. Is the live stream doing anything weird? I need to up the bit rate. Let me see.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 18th.
Okay, big bull coming back in to remind everybody where they're at. There's 1,000. So on this higher time frame, this guy never got let out. So there's their communication. This guy's like, hey, well, I got to get filled too. So we got 2 lines there. And then where can they bring it back to? They said, bringing me back right here, R1. It's going to be a wild, wild day. I'm going to save workspace so I don't lose my drawings. And there's the second big red cross. I'm going to remind myself later, I could have just waited for the 2 crosses I've been talking about. It would have been easier. Could have had a coffee and everything. Divergence on the 43 as well. Exchange of hands.
I thought it was very nice that he did that. Not sure where he's speaking. Can't see anything on his Truth Social.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Oh, why did it do that to me? No. How did that happen? What did I click?
Double Delta NQ on the 9.
Stream is healthy. Oh, there we go. How about now? There we go. Okay, I think that's says dropped frames 0. Okay. There we go. Is that better? Yep, I think we're better. It says stream is healthy now. Hey, just learned something about OBS. How about that? Okay, it should be good now. As of right now, the buffering looks like buffering problems are solved. At least the error message went away.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
We got divergence.
Yeah, it should be good now.
We could get a move right here. I am watching my ripple chart. We don't like to take anything alone. I see an enigma. Oh, there's a cross. I'm taking the
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Put the stop right behind the cross. I'm listening for audio box. I love the boom, boom, boom. Adding more on the fib LE dot. I am at my full position now. Hold for the opposing signal. Hold for the opposing signal. Hold for the opposing signal. Target failed. Ooh.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Okay. I have to take a quick break. I'll be right back. And with a coffee.
Algo boxers, light it up. Smash the like button. Clickety clap, tippity tap, smash that like, don't hold it back. Bippity bop, flippity flap, hit the like button, make it snap. Tickety tock, hit that spot, like it up, don't let it rot. Tappity tap, just one shot. Hit the like button, make it hot. Let's go.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
So just for clarification and in regards to these Trump tariffs and what was said earlier on, a reporter just on X just saying that, so to summarize, Trump has added 30% tariffs on Chinese imports so far this term, the 20% fentanyl, the 10% baseline reciprocal temporarily lowered from 125% until August. China tariffs were around 25% before he took office in January.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Bank of America CEO Moynihan says that the bank is working on stablecoin on its own and with industry.
Generally a stronger bearish signal than red alphas. Data indicator plots color crosses when price reaches prior auction zone highs and lows and large algorithmic order flow activity is detected. Flow master alphas and omegas can indicate the beginning and end of an auction zone or market price swing where large amounts of activity could be taking place. There are 4 types of alpha omega crosses. Alpha bullish, green, omega, red, pink, blue. Alphas are generally stronger bullish signal than green alphas. Likewise, pink omegas are generally a stronger bearish signal than red alphas. Flow master AO indicator hands should be tuned to the specific instrument and trading session being analyzed. For complete details and instructions, join us. There are 4 types of alpha omega crosses. Alpha bullish, green, blue, omega, red, pink, blue. Alphas are generally stronger bullish signal than green alphas. Likewise, pink omegas are generally a stronger bearish signal than red alphas. AO indicator can should be tuned to the specific instrument and trading session being analyzed. For complete details and instructions, join us. Join us. Smash the like button. Clickety clap, tappity tap. Smash that like, don't hold it back. Clickety pop, flippity flap. Hit the like button, make it snap. Algo bucks. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit it up.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Like it up, don't let it ride. Tappity tap, just one shot. Hit the like button, make it hot. Let's go. Algo bucks. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Tickety tock, hit that spot. Like it up, don't let it ride. Tappity tap, just one shot. Hit the like button, make it hot. Let's go. Algo bucks. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Alanek says China was slow rolling rare earth magnets. So currently speaking on CNBC.
With volume at price and other proprietary data calculations. There are 4 types of alpha omega crosses. Alpha bullish, green, blue, omega bearish, red.
London says the US did countermeasures because of slow rolling.
Divergence down NQ on the 9.
London says that China is going to approve all applications for magnets for US companies. And applications will be approved right away. London adds that Trump and Xi have to approve final wording.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
London says US and China have positive view. Lundnik adds that Chinese side always wants to remove export controls.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43.
Lundnik on China discussions says that our leaders want this to be positive. Also, Lundnik said that we're in a great place with China. Lundnik says that we have agreed we're going to examine how China can do more business with the US. Lundnik says you can say China tariff levels won't change from here.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 43. Double delta NQ on bands touch NQ on the 89.
All right, are they going to play? They have not let the Bears out of their position yet.
NQ on the 9. Double delta NQ on the 4.
Lundnik says that China said fentanyl halt is not on the table. Besant says CPI showed yet another fantastic inflation number.
Double delta NQ on the 43. Upper band touch NQ on the 43. Lower bands touch NQ on the 44. Lower bands NQ on the
And there's the bear out. There's the bear out. 26,000 closing out. This one closing out. That one. It's going to be a huge day. 62,000 if I'm adding properly. $62,000 on the day. Let's refresh to make sure that's correct. 62,108. The big bear has been allowed to be out. Second bear is still there. Huge day. Beautiful. Beautiful. Holy shnikes.
touch NQ on the 43.
We reached the bottom. We got the big bear. The bear has been let out. That's it. And we are done here. 62,000 with a max drawdown 9,700. That is a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The bot account 32,065. Second account 30,043. 62,108 on the day. Let's look at the 89. The big dog 89 up to the top, touching the bowl. 89. How many ticks of the drop? We wanted 253. It went more. It went more than the 253. It went all the way inside. 300 ticks. 300. That is beautiful. The ramp up is monstrous. That is how it's done. Now, there's better ways to play that. I'm reminding myself that all I had to do is just wait on the two red crosses, right? What did I say? I was like, I told you 15 times I'm gonna wait for the two red crosses, right? And it tempted me in. I'm gonna roll back the tape to see the two temptations. Now, mind you, dude, this bear still hasn't been let out, so we still may have more play here. This may be another six-figure day here. Let's find out. Let me move the 89. Put this up top here. Now, push this over here. Looks like there's still a gold trade open. It's minus $740. I'll close that one for the loss. All right, so that one's 31,000. So that'll take a little bit of hit there. Closing out that gold trade for the loss on the bots. Still had a play open there. Now, when we came into this, why did I get tempted here? It was Enigma. Yeah, see, remember I said as we come in here, I want to see two red crosses. There was the first one. The second one came all the way up here, and we got this. It was a mega late Nate. You know, and we did say, okay, that's where I want to be. But wouldn't it have been even better had I just waited for the two red crosses? So, reminding myself, this is me. I get to watch this back later. Into that play. Yes, the first touch. Yes, I want to slap it down. And we did. Got up over $12,000 just for that play alone. But inside of here, I didn't have to eat all this heat. I could have waited for red 1, red 2. Where's red 2? Red 2, and that even adds it's even better there because it's a mega late Nate. So this could have been even better. This could have been a six-figure play instead of 60K. That would have been amazing. And I could have gotten bigger on the bot account as well, but I did not. Wow, that feels good. That feels pretty good. So they let the big bear out. Let's see. This is what matters here. Okay, this is the time frame in play. I'm pretty sure we got another set of shorts here. Like this is, oh wow, they're trapping them even right now. Holy cow. Dude, these guys are going to get so wrecked. They're not feeling me.
Lennox says we're now focusing on other deals.
And I talk just to hope I can hear you. But it seems like you're not making a sound. But you said blessed are those who can see you.
FSB is long. Then let me double down. Hold on.
Lennox says we're in good shape with.
All right, we got retail long. I'm adding to my position, doubling down.
I just want to see your face. Jesus, you're worth it. Christ is worth it. My Lord, you're so worth it. Yeshua's worth it.
Lennox says deal after deal will start coming next week.
Son of God, don't let me fall off.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Gonna be a big turtle shell here. Sweet. All right, Seuss.
Always smile when I'm mentioning you. Will I be faithful tomorrow?
Lennox says court rulings on
He
tariffs
closed already now.
won't matter.
That's good. All right. So the main thing is we still have. I mean, we know the big picture play. They let this guy out. Now, do they have to let this one out? I don't know, because it could have been part of the same play.
It says court cases didn't come up with the Chinese.
Will I be faithful tomorrow? Even if I gotta die for your name. And get
Lennox says that Europe was more than thorny in trade discussions.
Thorny. Interesting word.
Yeshua's worth it.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Lennox says that Europe will probably be at the very end.
Shark back and Mega Late Nate. Yeah, buddy, come in. So if you go down to the bottom.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Besant says AI revolution may lead to productivity breakthrough. Lennox says China is giving magnets for Chinese students coming to the US. And Lennox says that China agreed because the US won't go after bank records.
US won't go after bank records for what? What are saying?
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Another concludes his interview with CNBC.
One of my boys is really good about closing the.
Besson says greatest debt stability would be raising the debt ceiling.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Fortnite time. Yeah, Mr. Roman must be done with his finished up his seat work.
On the 4.
And little bro, little Vinny wants to he wants to join in with his bro.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
Now I'm just playing greedy. I didn't do my POE there. I'm just getting super greedy now. But when you got the risk bag, it sometimes you do it. Yeah, Papa Desert. Yeah, just wait on the 2 red crosses is the lesson of the day. Wait on the 2 red crosses. Don't jump them. So Bull getting his chance to fix his position, and there's this guy added in right here on his, so we can darken this up here with another one.
Senator Thune says he'll keep the Senate in session into July 4th recess if needed to finish the reconciliation bill. It's according to a reporter on X.
Fib.NQ on the 43. delta NQ on the 43.
Bear cave touched. Full position. 16. Tick. Almost to the bear touch. Deuce.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Add. One little jagged tooth there. Just a touch. Broke their dot. First red structure break. Filling the cave. Remember that white line is the bear cave. Deuce.
Besson says if prices go up due to tariffs, it'll be one time.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
$11.29, 2 seconds till 11:30. All right, so will the bulls step back in on the half hour? Or the moment? There's this area where they could kind of battle it out. But this guy's got to clear his positions.
There's no text on deal, just
Double
an agreement
delta
after
NQ on the
she
6.
approves.
Thought we might get there. Did we wick it? I need to look at. Did it wick touch? No, it just looks like it because of the Bollinger colorings.
Landing says this is the execution of the deal reached in Geneva.
Oh no, not late Nate. No, late Nate, get out of here, bro.
Divergence
Get out of here.
on the 9.
There we go. Bear touch. All right. $40,000 in that account. 37,000 in the other for a total of, let's go to the summary, 78,470 at 11:30 a.m. Butamus. All right, big bear touch. So remember, they only have to let them out with a touch.
Says
They could. The Bulls may want to come in and go, I got this. It's my game. I'm up here. I give you one shot. Big Bear, if we're going to take over, I give you one chance to get out. That's it. After that, yep, see, there she goes. We get in, you get to touch, you get to go where that you get to go to the base of your mountain. We talked about it yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch yesterday's lesson at the end of the day where I walked through the whole thing. They get to the base of the mountain. I'll point out one piece right there. The base of the mountain is that little spot right there. Okay, the base of a mountain is something like this. Mountain width is this, and there's the mountain growth. You get to get out. They, not you, but the big dogs, they let each other play. They let each other get down to the other side of their mountain. That's all they're guaranteed. I don't want to say guaranteed, but they're not guaranteed more than that. They're like, I will let you go to there, and then I take back over because he wants to make profits. A big bull up here, he also wants to make profits, right? So, well, he can only make money if the price goes above. Now, he did. He got some decent capital in here. From here to here, let's do a measure. Did he get, usually they want 200 plus. So, from his beginning to ending, did that go 200? No, he only got 52 ticks out of it. So we can see both sides of this. At what time of day? We don't know. But he's probably going to bring this up over 100, 200 plus above for the bull side. But this guy still also has not been allowed to be out. Which one's first? We don't know. But I can't afford to wait all the way up to here or there. But this one, I absolutely could. That's why we held in there for it. I don't say we, but me. But I heard some other guys in our room did as well. I see huge numbers in the room there. Papa over 11,000. AM over 12, 13,000. Nice job. Reed 2,000. Noob 12,000. Huge numbers today. Well done, crew. Well done. Daniel D, monster numbers. You guys crushed it. Way
China delegation
to go.
Him on the Phase deal. So again, Besson said under
all right. Fortnite and lunch with the kids. I'll catch you guys this afternoon. Subscribe, make sure you enable notifications so you don't miss the afternoon session.